Um, Renee Miller was born to Bill and Stanley in December. We won't give the year. Her mother was studying for a career in nursing, and her father was working at Sears as a repairman. And our family continued to live in this area and moved to a small little town, Findlay. Findlay happens to be right across the river from Columbia Burbank School District, and we can, in Burbank itself, look right across at Findlay. We'll come back to Findlay. Okay. As they grew and they started into school, you moved into town and attended school in town, left Findlay, but once you started driving, you said, I want to go back to a small school, and she returned to Findlay. Comfortable in a small school, she actually met her future husband-to-be in Findlay. Will her family please stand? Thank you. Besides her grateful husband, she has two children that just stood, Brooke and Nicholas. And Brooke and Nicholas, as most children of teachers' families, help her in the classroom and help her at home doing kind of preparing papers, etc. So they also have education in their blood. Whether or not they admit it yet or not, we'll see. Of interest, when she left, she went to college, and she came back, and she too started teaching for a little while right here in a Montessori school in Pasco. And then we were fortunate to pick her up at Columbia School District. Thank you for coming. And she's been with Columbia School District ever since. Taught kindergarten, first, second grade mainly, and while traveling with her family, true teacher, she says, you know, may I have 1, 2, maybe 10, 20, 25 of those little trinkets for my kids? And that's what teachers do. One of her greatest strengths is her love for students. Each year, she takes time to write to students a little note highlighting the year, and the kids save these and often pull them out. One parent said, my daughter had the pleasure of being in her class and cherishes that letter to this day, and the child is now no longer a child, but a young adult in high school. Another parent said that she treats children as though they are her own. She shares their fears, excitements, and achievements. When my children made advances, said the parents, Renee was just as excited for them as I was. She makes learning fun. Every week she uses smart dots. She will ask questions, and if the student answers correctly, she will put a dot on the student's hand. The more questions answered correctly, the more dots on the hand. The more, as a parent, first time I saw this to the parent, I wondered, what are all those dots? I was a little bit upset, and then my child said, those are smart dots. Now, when I was a kid, I had all kinds of freckles. I wish they called those smart dots. No. She's kind, compassionate, and fiercely protective of her children. Former principal said, Renee does not hesitate to go beyond what she should do for her own class, but to help prepare and plan for the success of children in other classes as well. Columbia Elementary is situated on a campus where our middle school and our high school are on the same campus, and this is what you do. She chooses a student in middle school or in high school in each of the sports programs, and then she adopts a child or a young adult playing volleyball in the fall, a wrestler, basketball, football, in the spring, softball, and they adopt one another, and the little kids and the older kids work together in a modeling situation. I think it's a wonderful idea. Thank you. Finally, her principal, Ian Yale, said, Renee is truly one of a kind. I walk into her classroom any day, and I will quickly see that she is a teacher among teachers. Whenever I'm having a difficult time or day, I walk down to Renee's classroom to be quickly reminded what all of our hard efforts are about, the development of young children. Renee's passion for our students and enthusiasm for our school reaches far beyond her classroom. For the past several years, she has had her class adopt the high school senior varsity football, varsity girls and boys basketball, softball, and baseball players. So again, her principal noted the same thing. Thank you. Renee will continue to be a leader in our district, setting standards, providing students with outstanding school experience, and looking for ways she can contribute to the community of Burbank. To have her as a teacher inspires those she helps and inspires them, many of them, to want to teach, says her principal. And he ended, Renee was born to teach at Columbia School District, and she loves her school. All this, and she graduated from Riverview High School in Findlay, our arch rivals. Thank you very much.